Hey everybody, it is Thursday. So I did go to GameStop. I didn't come in. So I'm guessing the other stores were right, saying Nintendo isn't. But look at the snow. You can't really blame them for not being able to transport them. Making them or not having enough of them, you could blame them for that. But the snow and like transporting them, oh jeez, you can't blame them for. But yeah, also this chair is like so broken. So if I disappear and the phone falls, yeah, you could just assume what happened was it fell. Oh God. Oh, whoa, ooh. Sitting in a chair will made me lean back in, so. But yeah, my mother bought a second Bowser a while ago, and pretty much when I was at GameStop, cause she gave me a ride, and pretty much she said, hey, bring this in, and then if there's something you want to get, just use it then. So, what I got was Beautiful Katamari. I watched the Masayanella's Let's Play of it like 2-3 times now. So I thought I'd pick it up. It was either that or Okami, and I haven't really, because, if I see games that I've seen Let's Plays of that I think, are either cool or something I want to play, I would, I'll pick it up. I picked up Super Paper Mario. Oh. Picked up Super Paper Mario for the Wii after watching. And the funny thing is, that's actually when I started watching Chugga Conroy. Was when he was doing the Super Paper Mario Let's Play. I think he was at like maybe 18 or 28, one of those two. Episode 18 or episode 28, one of those two. So pretty much when I saw the game for the amount of money it was for, I think it was like under $20 or $20. So, and every other store I've seen it was like 30 plus. So pretty much it was actually amazing to me. And like I said, Chugga Conroy is one of the big parts. To be honest, every YouTuber that I watch is inspires me to do more of what I do. They all do vlogs pretty much, except for Chugga. He just puts in whatever game he's playing, and then has a little, just walks around in it and talks about what it is, which is actually really cool. But something that I didn't know about, which I should have realized was going to happen. One of my favorite games as a kid, and I mean as in favorite games, I would always play it, even if I beat it or I was stuck on a level, I would play it. I would keep playing it through the anger of it, because it was fun. I loved the game. I loved the show so much. I was so upset when it was canceled. I loved this game. Ollie got it for PlayStation. He said I could play it, but it just wasn't the same. The controls were different, so it just bothered me so much. I loved the Ed, and Eddy TV show. I loved that show. I loved this video game. So, my mother asked me, no, she didn't even ask me. I was just she asked what was up. Or she wanted me to go get London. And I decided to tell her I don't like the people at the house he was in. One of them is thinks he's in charge of everything. The other one thinks kisses up to everybody. And then the kid, he's 2 years younger than me. Maybe a year younger than me. No, he's 2 years younger than me. I dislike him. I still do, because I know I know this is what happened. I know it for a fact. It's probably the one memory I have of having that kid as a friend. My mother, like, me and him, if we had games that we wanted to, like, play, but the other person had it, we just switch it. Like, I'd be like, hey, here, you can borrow it, sure, just let me know when you're done with it, so, or if you just don't want to play it, just let me know, I'll come over and get it, because he lives like a couple hours down. My mother, like, I would not let him borrow this game. This game was, like, my game. This is the only game that I ever held on to and said no. If somebody asks to borrow this game, I would tell them no. I would plain out tell them no, and I didn't care how mean I sounded when I said it. I would just be like, no, you cannot borrow this game. So pretty much my mother decided to go through and find it because I'm assuming the kid's mother called my house saying what was going on. Because I was giving him back a game I was borrowing. And I was like, thanks for letting me borrow this. It's actually it's a cool game. And he's like, hey, can I borrow that game? And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're a good friend and all, but this is the one game this is my favorite game ever. I'm not going to let it out of my sight. I'm sorry. And he started to cry. And I mean as in, he started to bawl. Like, if you put something for him to stand in and he cried and all his tears fell into it, or something there for his tears to fall into, he probably could have filled a bucket. Because, like, I guess he never heard the word no before or something, I don't know. So pretty much, my mother decided to bring over the game. I never got the game back. I was devastated. I confronted him about it. And he said, oh yeah, I lost it, or I got rid of it, or sold it, or something like that. Like, he either said he lost it, or he sold it. One of those two. And when I heard it, I literally went into shock. Because I waited a month. I held my words back. I waited a month. Because you could beat this game in a week. You could beat this game in a day, easy. So I let him use it for a month. I came back the 31st day after my mother brought it to him. He said that. I literally just went into shock. I couldn't move. I was so distraught. I was ready to take his head off. And I think that was the first time I've ever wanted to take somebody down. I was so hurt by it. Because this is my favorite game ever. So when I found out that he sold it or got rid of it or lost it, whatever it was, it hurt me so much. Like, I'll admit, I would have deserved it if it was like a joke. Well, I don't know if I would have deserved it because, like I said, it was my favorite game ever, so I didn't feel safe giving it to somebody else to use. So you guys in the comments can talk, whatever you want about whether or not if it was a joke I deserved it, or if I just deserved what happened. That's up to you guys to decide, because I personally feel like if it was a joke I would have deserved it, but since it actually happened, that was worse than, like, I knew how he felt when I told him no, but when he told me that it just disappeared, or whatever, I know for a fact I felt so much worse than he did, by a long shot. So pretty much, I told my mother about that, and because I said I'm not going over to that house. The only person there that I don't mind in the house is like this kid that London plays with. It's like London's age. He's the only one that I don't mind at that house. Like, I could give you the exact reason why for each person. Thinks he's in charge, kisses up to everybody, lost the game. There's one more person, but I'm not gonna go into that one because that one's just asking for trouble if I say that, so we'll leave it at that. If people actually want to know, like really want to actually know, then maybe I'll just put it in the comments, maybe I'll say that, I don't know. It's like, but yeah, so pretty much, I'm going to be playing this, I can guarantee it, and trust me, you're not going to be able to pull this out of my hands anytime soon. If anybody asks if they could borrow it, or look, like if they ask to look at it, sure, but if they ask to borrow it, you'll have to take it out of my dead hands, because I lost the game already. It hurt me so much that one day early birthday present, she called it. I think this is probably this is probably going to be the best gift I got for my birthday this year. I'll see you guys in the shadows.